Hey yo, what's poppin', fellas? It's your boy here, and we are back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. Now, we got this Legendary Alear, really awesome unit last night from the trailer, and this unit is capable of doing some very interesting things that we're going to be discussing today, particularly who you want to use her for your ally support with. Now, if we go over here, we go straight to her special effect, Dragon Blast. So what this special does is it's going to boost special damage by 50% of unit speed, and then if unit is on a team with their support partner, when units or unit support partners special triggers, excluding AoE specials, neutralizes reduced damage by X% effects from non-special skills. So you just give null DR to whoever you're supported with on this Alear. That is amazing, that's incredible, and it just adds more insult to injury about what they did with Flare. It's like, okay, they know that we're looking for this mage special, this tome exclusive special that can nullify DR, because daggers have one already, they've got lethality, bows have got Deadeye, so like we were waiting on the tome version of that, and no, they give us Flare instead, which has healing, which is the complete opposite of what we wanted. But then they're like, alright, hold on guys, just wait a sec. We got Dragon Blast waiting in the wings, so you can now nullify DR on anybody. Not just your tome units that are non-infantry and can't get Special Spiral 4, but just everybody. So the rest of this special also, if unit is in 3 spaces of their support partner and unit or foe's special is ready, or triggered before or during this combat, reduces damage from foe's next attack by 40%. Once per combat, excluding AoE specials. This is not going to be included in the support partner's bonuses. The support partner with Alear is only getting Nullify DR from non-special skills, and they're also going to be able to use that wherever they are on the map. So that's very powerful. There's no range restriction on this. You could have Alear all the way at the bottom left and the support partner all the way on the top right of the screen, and you're still going to be able to Nullify DR with both of them. So this is a very, very powerful support effect. Now, you cannot use ally support in every single mode in the game. There are some modes where you're not going to be able to do it, like Aether Raid's defense, for example, if you're setting up a defense team. Unfortunately, the enemies, when you're fighting the Aether Raid's defense teams, they're not going to be dealing with support effects or ally support or summoner support or anything like that. So you wouldn't be able to use it there. But you can use this on Aether Raid's offense if you're using offensive units yourself. You can use this in summoner duels as well. And pretty much, I'm pretty sure you can use this in arena also, but not for arena defense, but for arena offense. So there are definitely some big modes we're going to be able to make good use out of this. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and take a look at a list of units that I've compiled that really want to be supported by this Alear so they can nullify DR. First up, we have Tea Time Ira, who's already like one of the best units in the game without nullifying DR. So just imagine what's going to happen when she's able to nullify DR. The way that Supreme Astra works is that it pre-charges itself at the start of the turn. So she's just ready to go. You just pop the enemies with that one special. And she can do it a second time in combat as well. It's very easy for her to activate her special twice in a row. And with Flared Desperation, or well, Flared Sparrow, and I guess also Flow Desperation, you can just hit them twice with Supreme Astra and then distant Kanto yourself away a million spaces. So this Tea Time Ira just got a massive buff with this. We have also Summer Thor, who is still a god of summoner duels and one of the best units you can run in there. Her weapon effect gives her -1 special cooldown count at the start of every turn, so she's easily able to ramp into specials and just pop the enemies once and then turn off their DR. This is a massive buff for this unit, so now you don't have to run AoEs on them all the time, which can take a little bit of turns to set up for them. So now you're free to run like Luna or Moonbow instead, and they're still going to be able to do massive damage to the enemy while turning off DR, so this is a huge buff for this unit. Alright, then we have, of course, Bunny Sonia, who is also, once again, not locked to using AoEs anymore, just like with Thor. You're free to run any special, like Luna or Moonbow now. Well, High Cost would be good with them, because they have the -1 special trigger and the -2 special count at the start of turn 1. And they can also do it again with their Duo skill. So, this particular unit, you're going to want to be using, like, Luna now on them, or like Dragon Fang, or some high-cost special instead of AoEs. That is, if you want to support them with Alear anyway. Alright, then we've got the 2 Sigurd units. We have the Legendary Sigurd, and we also have Tea Time Sigurd. Both of them start with their Holy Knight special pre-charge. It's only got 1 hit cooldown, and they reduce it by 1 at the start of the turn, so they're both pre-charged and ready to go. And they also grant +1 movement and +6 attack to all allies on the team after they trigger that special. So these guys just got a massive, massive monster buff with this. They're able to turn off DR now. That's insane. With the amount of mobility that they have and the amount of mobility that they provide, crazy support for them. Which is also cool because Sigurd was one of the best rings in Engage as well. So that is nice to see. All right, next up we have Shorty Regan over here. So Shorty is actually pretty good now with her special already comes pre-charged. What was it called again? Brutal Shell, I think? Something like that. No, Satyr Shell. Okay, so Brutal Shell was on Fallen PM1 on Oter, right? So Oter has the same thing. He just starts the turn with -3 special cooldown count, so he's pre-charged. Both Regan and Oter have Kanto 3 built into their weapon. At least the melee ones. The other Regan over here only has Kanto 2 because she's a ranged unit. But, I mean, that's perfectly fair because that would be a little much to give the ranged unit Kanto 3 as well. But both of these units here, both of these Regans and also Oter as well, can just insta-charge their specials, which is good. Then we've got these over here. These two staff units are very interesting now. So both Elise and Alencia, what you're able to do is get them Rally Spectrum support, give them Holy Panic or Light's Restraint, and then they can just instantly hit with the special because they don't have -1. Well, hold on, actually. I think Elise has -1 special trigger, right? Yeah, she does. Okay, so it wouldn't work as well with Elise, but still, I mean, it's not too difficult for this Elise to get to her special. She has Fire Sweep built in because she's got Dazzling Staff, and then she also has Special Acceleration. So you just hit the enemies twice, which shouldn't be that hard to do, and then when you trigger your special with her, you can just turn off DR, which is massive for this unit. And then I think Alencia has -1 special trigger also. But if you, I mean, her special only has 1 hit cooldown anyway, so if you were to pair her up with Brave Robin and you get the Rally Spectrum support, you can just insta-charge Light's Restraint and then hit the enemies once, and you're nullifying DR. A very powerful tool for both of these units, honestly. Like, Rally Spectrum, as if it wasn't good enough, just shot up in value even more with what you can do with specials now. They're really trying to focus the meta are all around being a huge special dealing, nuking type of meta where you're just one-shotting everything. Okay, next up we got some Brave units here. Of course, Brave units are pretty easy to get to specials with because they can hit multiple times. So this Brave Ephraim, or Summer Ephraim right here, he'd be able to hit the enemies twice. He also lets the enemies attack him first. So that's a cheeky way for him to get to his higher cost specials earlier, because then he's probably going to live their first hit and then he can hit them twice afterwards. So it's easy for him to get to his specials. Ninja Corin as well, pretty easy for her with the Brave attacking to get to her specials. And then now that she can nullify DR, that's massive for her. We got this Summer Female Shez, and I guess also by extension the Summer Male Shez, because they have the same weapon. Both of these units have effective against pretty much every weapon type in the game, and then they're also able to do a ton of damage. And now you can just turn off DR. Like, this unit can also run Gambit 4 too, so that's 15 points of true damage, and then you're also nullifying DR as well. But I guess Gambit 4 doesn't combo too well, because to get Alear's support effect, you do want to be able to trigger your special. So you want a lower cost special with her, probably like Ruptured Sky or something. Alright, then we got another Brave attacker here, Lysithea. So this unit being able to turn off DR is just what the doctor ordered. We've got this Brave, or Legendary Seliph right here. This guy, he has a Brave attack, and he's got Fire, Nullification of Firestorm, or Fire Sweep. So the enemies can't, like, get a leg up on him with, like, Hinoka or Legendary Veronica, etc., etc. They're not going to be able to just, like, blow right through him. So he's going to get to his Brave attack. He's going to hit the enemies twice, and if one of those is a special, and he connects with it, he's just nullifying DR. So most threats that attack him are not going to be able to survive that. So that's really good for him. That's really upping his damage potential and his overall survivability if he can just delete the enemies right there. All right, we got Gulveg up next. I mean, Mommy Snake. A lot of people did not like this unit because she had no way to get around DR. That's not the case anymore. Now, all of a sudden, Gulveg can break DR if you have her ally supported with the new Alear. So this is huge for this unit. This unit, like, moves a million times a turn. She can get Gale Force for free after 1 round of combat. She can move again, attack again, and then she gets Kanto 1 as well. So, like, this unit is just going to melt everything now. With Flared Sparrow, with the free Gale Force, and with the Kanto 1, and now you can nullify DR. Oh my god, this unit just shot up so high in value. We've got also T. Lysithea, crazy nuking unit. Now, honestly, like, this unit hits so hard, you don't even really need to nullify DR with her. But in case you wanted to, I guess, just make her even more strong if you want. All right, we got Brave Seliph over here as well. He's a really good option to nullify DR because this dude has built-in Miracle. So if he's able to just live, he can just hit the enemies twice, and then he can finish them off with whatever special he's got. So this is a pretty huge buff for him, actually. You don't have to run AoEs on him anymore necessarily. You could probably run, like, Luna instead and then just get that pre-charged with, like, Asker units on the team. Duo Asker in particular. Just pop his Duo skill and you're ready to go with Seliph. So that's a huge deal for him. And then this unit here, the Hentai Kata, this unit has effective damage on basically everything, right? What is it? Swords, lances, axes, and bows, I think? Yeah, sword, lance, axe, bows, and armors as well. They have effective damage on all of that. And they have Kanto 2 built into their weapons. So really, the main issue with this unit in particular was that it was difficult for them to get to their specials. Or it was difficult for them to get through DR, but their weapon does not have -1 special trigger. So they work really well with the Rally Spectrum support. You get that on them, you give them Moonbow or Ruptured Sky, and then the first hit that they do is just going to be a Moonbow Ruptured Sky to the face. That nullifies DR, that has effective damage on the kitchen sink and everything else, and then you can Kanto away with them. So this unit actually got a pretty sizable buff with this, and their Duo skill is also a dance effect to characters from Fire Emblem Heroes or New Mystery and Shadow Dragon, which is also quite strong because there's no shortage of good units from Heroes. So that pretty much covers us for, like, all the standout support options you can do with Dragon Blast. Come back later today when we get the data mines, and we are absolutely going to take a look at what the restrictions are on this new C skill, because I feel like this has potential to basically be like the best inheritable C skill, surpassing, like, Oath 4 and also Alarm Attack Speed. But we have to see the restrictions first, and also what the prerequisite is going to be. No telling what that's going to be yet, but hopefully it's good. Hopefully they hold it down and make this a really good fodder skill. So this is your boy Tacho signing out. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys, and I will see y'all later tonight when we get the data mines.